Well, greetings, viewers and voyeurs. Gothatfunk here with a video response to my friend OminousVoice1, who I'll refer to henceforth as Rob. Hi, Rob. I watched your video, Moments of Malaise, and I found myself nodding my head quite a few times because I can certainly relate to many of the sentiments that you were just expressing. And I wanted to make this video in solidarity, brother, because I can just sort of say to you, for whatever it's worth, that I can totally relate to the way you feel. Something I find quite ironic for me personally here on YouTube is a lot of people seem to think of me as a relatively positive and upbeat kind of guy. And, whilst they're not wrong in that assessment, at least I don't think so. The funny thing to me is that I haven't been that positive and upbeat since I've been making YouTube videos. Because from my perspective, uh, this guy that you've met over the past year and a half is only a shadow of the real me. Many of my viewers who've been watching for a long time will know that I've had something of a romantic disaster at the beginning of 2009, which, you know, um, took a lot out of me and continues to do so. And, I started making videos in February of '09, partly to keep myself from slipping further down into a hole. But, Paul, as a positive and upbeat entity, you guys have never met that Paul yet. Um, this Paul that you guys have been getting acquainted with for the past year and a half is far more cynical than I would normally see myself to be. Far more ready to laugh at other people's misfortune than I normally am. When I go through moments, like yourself, Rob, I don't have a certificate from any doctor which says that I've been diagnosed with depression. My second missus had very serious depression for most of the last couple of years that we were together. And I watched what she went through on antidepressants, and to be blunt, it put the fear into me because I wouldn't want to go through the things. I mean, even if you come out the other end on medication much better off, the short-term side effects from being medicated, from what I've witnessed, I just wouldn't put myself through that. To me, depression seems um, preferable to being suicidal. And I just wouldn't want to risk that. And I don't need people saying, "Oh, you should, these drugs didn't make me suicidal," blah blah blah. My attitude is, unless I'm actually about to kill myself, I don't need medication. I need introspection and just to be patient with myself. And I guess if there's any advice that I could give you, it's just to be patient with yourself. You probably don't even need that advice. But time heals pretty much all wounds, and the wounds it doesn't heal, it eventually cures because we'll all die eventually. So anyway, yeah, isn't that a lovely thought? But I go through these moments, Rob. I have Sundays off work most weeks, and oftentimes, especially if my boy's up country with his mom or whatever, I'll wake up on a Sunday morning and I literally won't get out of bed all day, even though I've got stuff to do, even though it's a beautiful day. Sometimes, if that's not a sign of depression, I don't know what is. Other times, like I say, if Falcon's not around the house, I let myself get depressed sometimes just because I don't have to keep up a front to, for my boy. And I'll sit there and I'll literally stare at a wall for 2, 3, 4 hours and not do a fucking thing. Just stare at the wall. Um, that's not the sign of a happy, healthy mind. And I know lots of people get much worse depressive symptoms than that, and I am certainly not pitching for sympathy. I'm just really wanting to make this video to let you know that you're not alone. That there are people out there who, even though I get a bit down or have been a bit down for such a long period of time, especially the past couple of months, there are people who can still see through that to the real me. And I'm quite sure that there's people that can see past your moments of malaise and can pick up on the fantastic guy that I think you really are. So keep that in mind, all right? And I'm sure you'll be feeling better in due course. Until next time, thanks for watching, and may all your ups and downs eventually be ups.